Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, May 21st, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I pay my attention to that which I love. And we've got some big energies building. We are building to a full moon happening early on Thursday. We're building to Jupiter finishing up in the sign of Taurus. We're building to Venus finishing up in the sign of Taurus. Just some big energies. We're also building to the Sun and Pluto making connection. While this connection is a friendly one, Pluto is tough. Pluto brings the challenge. And so I think we're going to be feeling all of this in the energy. Now, when I looked at today's astro, what popped out to me was the energy of boundaries. We have the moon in Scorpio, taking our emotional energies to the depths. And it is connecting to Mercury. The menace is back. It's connecting to Mercury in Taurus. We have a little bit of an opposition. And I actually think that this is a preparation. These boundaries are preparation for some of this energy coming in. A full moon in Sagittarius can be like a party. And this full moon comes with like Venus at 29 and Jupiter at 29. Like it's got some really big energies going with it. So if we can lay down our boundaries, work into some layers of boundaries, protecting what we value, aligning with our values, I think that'll be really helpful. Now, this Moon-Mercury connection can also bring on some interesting conversations. And one of the things that's coming up is as the Sun and Pluto build to a trine, there may be some energies around control. And what's coming up there is like, especially bringing it back to our mind and attention. We humans love to think that we can control things. And life is always showing us you cannot. But what you can control is your mind to some extent, especially if you're bringing your awareness and your attention to what's going on. And that's what we have at the top of the cards today is control. So watch for where there may be some power plays coming up. There may be some boundaries popping up. And notice your dance with control in and through these energies. The second card. I think that's how many of us are feeling, right? I love that the next card is the compromise card. You know, there's always ways that we can work in and through these things. And I even think the compromise card goes hand in hand with our mind, like learning to work with our mind instead of letting it lead the parade. So I used to do energy work. And if you think I get interesting things here, you should have seen what happened when I had my hands on people's bodies and their bodies would talk to me. My hands are great translators. One time I was working on somebody and their chakras were like kind of showing up. It kind of looked like a parade was happening with the chakras. But what was interesting is that the brain was like the leader of the parade. It had like the baton that you like do that thing up and down. I don't know what that's called. But he was the brain. I don't know why the brain's called a he, but the brain was leading the little bopping chakras behind it. And we were working to make it work together. And that's what I get with this compromise card is learning that like we're leading to the parade together, right? Like, let's all work together a little bit. And so that's what the compromise card is like. Let's work together. Let's see where we can get out of like this energy into, I don't know, into the compromise, into feeling a little bit more of this. Now, the last card that I have besides the trust card is the traveling card. Again, it's a card of laying down baggage. And I think that there's just going to be a lot of mental stuff, a lot of mental mayhem, minutia, all of that needs to be moved through. And again, this is where you can work these boundaries. You can put boundaries in place for your mind. Now, it's not like your mind is necessarily going to obey them. Your mind is like a puppy. It needs puppy training. It likes to piddle everywhere. But the boundaries help, and it's a process. So be aware of that in today's energy. And like I said, that Sun Pluto energy, it's coming in Wednesday morning, but I think you're going to start feeling that. And the full moon incoming energy is also making things bigger. Not to mention Jupiter, is it going to be hitting? I think it's going to be hitting 29 like later today, and Venus is not far behind. So the energies of Taurus are also expanding in these Taurus lessons. So just be aware, you may get really triggered around money, around your worth, around your personal gifts. Be aware of all of this. The full moon is like bringing it up so we can lay down some baggage. Can you trust the process, what the universe is tasking you with? And can you work through your layers of attention, intention, and awareness with it? So I'll leave that there for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.